What's up, folks? It's that time of the night. Last minute betting. Your quick fix for sports betting. Brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide. And by the way, I'm sure this is going to be a great show today because these two guys are lamenting their Chargers losing. I'm just saying, they're both Chargers fans. And actually, guys, you guys go to the same tailor. You both kind of got the same kind of shirt on there.
Not really.
I mean kind of, sort of, you know.
Sure. I mean, we could say the same thing about you.
What are you going to say about me?
Your shirt's just as much like ours as ours is like each other. I mean, what the hell's the difference?
It's long sleeve, dude.
Oh, long sleeves. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Same
right,
thing.
We already got 15 people here. People on X, on Twitch, and on YouTube. Please, if you're on the YouTube channel, please like this show. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Live chat is available. Feel free to jump in. Give Justin crap about anything you want to give him crap about. It's give Justin crap day.
Oh, so, really? I think it's Bob needs Metamucil day. That's what I think it is.
Metamucil? Wow. What the fuck?
You got a lot of you-know-what coming out your pie hole. Yeah, that just flew over your head, didn't it?
What's up, Stephen Batza? He says Falcons, Vikings, Oilers, Avalanche, money lines. What is up, Brandon Freeman? How you doing, Brandon? Thanks for jumping in here. Yeah, a couple of Monday night games. Not too thrilled about these matchups. I mean, Minnesota's playing. They're a very good team, but Chicago derailing. And Atlanta and Vegas. Ugh. What a crap matchup.
Oh, you're getting it from the crowd. Lay off Bob. He's the man. You understand that?
Well, he is, I guess, a man, but I don't know about the man.
He's a man. I don't know about the. Maybe.
Yeah. So let's kind of jump into these games here tonight. I mean, the first one, Minnesota, Chicago. We definitely feel Minnesota's winning this game. Do they cover the spread? I don't know. I think they should.
I think they should. Yeah, I think it should happen.
They should. They should, but remember that last game they just played a couple of weeks ago against Chicago was an overtime game, 30-27. That was at Chicago, though, but I mean, it was certainly a close game.
Yeah. I think they will because Chicago Bears proved to me last week that they just cannot compete with anybody. I mean, they fired their coach and they couldn't even compete and look competent. I mean, that says a lot in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think Minnesota lets up here. They get the job done. Remember, Detroit losing yesterday to Philadelphia now has them with 2 losses. You got Philadelphia with 2 losses. If you're Minnesota, this is one you got to have. You got Seattle, Green Bay, and Detroit on deck. Those are going to be tough games because those teams are playing for Seattle will be playing for their playoff lives, obviously, and Green Bay certainly going to be needing a win. And then you end with the Lions. Lions are banged up. That's going to be an important game for the Lions. There's a fat chance the Lions won't be able to rest guys in that regular season finale against Minnesota. It's probably a game they need. So
you better talk about the big news of yesterday. David Montgomery is
that's
the season. He's done. That's huge.
That hurts.
You know, as much trouble as the Lions have had with injuries, that one is the icing on the cake, guys. You know what? They just opened the door for the Eagles to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Washington, that's where it all began for Chicago, and they never recovered from it. So yeah, I mean that's where it all went downhill for them. Haven't won a game since. But if you think about it, they beat Jacksonville and Carolina before they had that Washington game. They had a bye week. I mean, I never really bought into Chicago at any point. Even before that game, I wasn't sold on Chicago. I looked at their wins. They beat Tennessee, they beat Jacksonville, and they beat Carolina. Those are 3 of their 4 wins, bottom feeders in the NFL right now. They did beat the Rams, but that was early. That was week 4. The Rams, not the same team in week 4 as they are now. So, yeah, I've never been bought into Chicago. They're done. They're toast. And they may get blown out tonight.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
They very well may get blown out tonight. This could be a Sam Darnold 4-touchdown type of game. Very possible.
I'd say
so. Let's take a look here while we're chatting about this particular game, and let's just let's look at some anytime touchdown scores here. Jump into that first. Talk about who we like. Look at where we have value and all that good stuff. If I can navigate this thing properly. Well, I don't know why it's not scrolling when I scroll. Come on. There we go. Anytime touchdown. Okay, so Bears-Vikings, obviously that's the game we're on. I mean, let's start with this question, guys. Any chance that Minnesota defense or special teams gets a touchdown?
There you go. PhD's got it right there. Sprinkle it.
I agree. Looks like DraftKings and Fanatics, the only 2 spots for defense and special teams. Now, just Vikings defense, you can get it plus 650 on FanDuel, 550 on Caesars. Obviously, you're going to take that 650 on FanDuel, but if you want to throw defense and special teams on the sprinkle, that way, if their special teams do score, looks like plus 475 on DraftKings. If not, if you just want to go with defense straight up for Minnesota, why not? Plus 650, I'm definitely thinking that's worth a sprinkle. Now, let's talk about who we know is getting in the end zone, or at least who we think we know, right? I mean, we got to go. Justin Jefferson's plus odds right now, guys. Don't you have to take him?
You better take him. Better take Jordan Addison too.
I'm kind of thinking the same thing. Probably both of them. Plus 105 on DraftKings or FanDuel for JJ Addison. You could snag him on DraftKings at plus 155 or Hard Rock. So I'm in agreement. It's got to be probably both of them.
Yeah, I think definitely. Yeah, Justin Jefferson, and maybe parlay Justin Jefferson with Aaron Jones. I think that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. You could do that for sure too. If you think Jones is going to, I mean, it just,
I'm not a big anytime touchdown guy though. So
I mean, if we're looking at last week, I mean, Addison and Jefferson were definitely 133 yards for Addison, 132 for Jefferson, 3 touchdowns for Addison, 2 for Jefferson. I mean, you definitely know that these 2 guys are going to be involved in some way,
and what
shape,
about
or form.
coming back with Keenan Allen, who scored a couple touchdowns a couple of weeks ago? He's only got 5 for the season, but out of the last 3 games, he's scored 3 touchdowns.
I mean, I'm not against that. If we're going to take anybody from Chicago, I probably would trust him and the value on him. You're looking at plus 240 on FanDuel right now for Keenan Allen, Bet Rivers as well. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to taking Keenan Allen a little bit too, but definitely full unit on Jefferson at least, and Addison probably at least a half a unit on him. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt that those are 2 guys I'm looking at for single bets too. If you want to parlay one of them with Jones, not opposed to that, because in all honesty, not going to be surprised if all three get in here. So that's that game.
The problem is there is risk of blowout, so there's also a chance just because of that only like one or two.
Well, if it's a blowout, though, we'd have to think that these guys have already gotten in the end zone, right?
That's true. Yeah.
If we get a blowout, I'm hoping that both of these guys have already gotten in the end zone. So we'll see. We will see. This next game, Falcons Raiders. What a game.
Yeah, who the heck was thinking this?
Drake London.
You look at Kirk Cousins has got to throw a touchdown pass tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'd say, you can go with London. Anybody except Kyle Pitts, I'd say.
Bijan Robinson, first half touchdown.
You like Bijan first half?
Video.
Okay.
First half. Yeah, that's on FanDuel.
Where's Drake London? Have I passed him up? There he is. He's sitting at about plus 140 on Hard Rock.
Yep.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that probably. Another guy I'm not opposed to sprinkling on, guys, he's sitting at plus 220 is Darnell Mooney.
PhD says Bowers for 1 million receptions and a TD.
Yeah, my worry for Bowers tonight, no O'Connell, right?
Yeah, I think so. I can't be certain, but
is he in? I'm not seeing anything with certainty if he's in or if it's going to be Desmond Ridder, who played for the Falcons.
Desmond Ridder revenge game.
That's a that could happen. That could happen. Brock Bowers is sitting at plus 210 on Hard Rock right now for an anytime, but I'm cool with Drake London. I'm
log a single practice all week. Lack of any participation suggests that O'Connell isn't likely to suit up. He didn't practice all week.
Yeah, and that worries me for Brock Bowers because he certainly loves to throw the ball to Brock Bowers. But let's hope even with Desmond Ridder in, playing his former team, revenge game, he knows where to throw the ball if he wants to have some success. Throw it to this guy, Brock Bowers, right? So maybe that won't hurt Brock Bowers as much as we initially thought. But yeah, I'm cool with that. Definitely any props, any overs on Bowers you're probably looking at. Let me change my filters. I'm just going to look on the EV page here real quick and see what we have. I mean, already over 64.5 yards for Drake London, receiving yards, obviously, minus 110. Probably going to jump on this.
Yeah,
definitely.
Probability 54%.
Yeah, I mean, I got to jump on this play. I do think Kirk Cousins, has a decent game. I mean, there's no way you play the 2-11 Raiders and don't throw a touchdown and don't throw for a bunch of damn yards. Come on.
Yeah. No, if he has a bad game, then that's gonna be really bad for Cousins. Like really, really bad.
Yeah. I mean, you got Drake London over on receptions too. I mean, I could double dip on London, take him over his receiving yards and receptions. And that's about a 53% win probability. So honestly, I'm going to double dip on him. I think we should hit it on Fanatics for minus 105 over 5.5 receptions too. Anybody disagree? Anybody not like it?
No,
it's good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, clear value. And again, we're already thinking London's got a chance at getting in the end zone. This is good correlation over receptions and over receiving yards. Why not? Definitely taking that. Now, there was one that, DJ Moore, I don't know, man. I don't know how much I trust Chicago props tonight, guys. You feel me, though? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Like I said, they fired their head coach and they looked worse. Like, that should never happen. So, yeah, I'm with you. Like, they might not target him at all, to be honest.
Right. You got DeAndre Swift over 2.5 receptions. Again, the value's there and it looks good, but really, really tough to gauge if Chicago's going to do much of anything. I do probably go like Aaron Jones over 65.5 rushing yards. Probably see some balance here, maybe.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. You get minus 134 on Pinnacle, and minus 10 on FanDuel. That's good.
And think of it this way: that the last game against Atlanta, Minnesota last week, despite JJ and Addison having 130 plus receiving yards and 5 touchdowns combined, Aaron Jones still managed to get 73 yards. So that's over this number right there, and that's with Justin Jefferson and Addison getting heavy workloads. He still managed to go over this number. So, I think this is a no-brainer. Don't you guys?
Taken.
I'll ride with him.
Yeah, I'm cool with this one. This one's on FanDuel too. So we're sticking in FanDuel on these plays, at least early on. Anything else that stands out? Jordan Addison over 3.5 receptions is obviously probably a no-brainer. Minus 155 though, but compared to other books, that's decent. I think I'm going to ride this one too on ESPN Bet. And then we'll add that one. We'll that'll do it for our Monday night bets.
All right. Hey,
we're getting in the 1% range and looking at some of these plays that are out there. I'm not really crazy about any of them anyway, so
got to look at them. 50% and above probabilities, man. They are on fire. They're on fire. November, $978 profit. December, $340, I think. All with 50% or more probability. Be looking at that column when you're doing positive EV, folks. Don't just look at the EV percentage. Look at the probability too. It's coming through some great plays. And on top of that, Alex has been doing the flip parlays on X. Well, I'm just going to tell you, I started doing some of my own. I'm just taking the highest probability and putting them in a parlay, and I've hit 3 of them already. Just 2 legs, and they're all plus 220, 250, 270, what have you. It's a great strategy. No 2 ways about it. Speaking of strategies and parlays, let's put a Stevie B parlay together. And then we'll get around to what's on your mind, because I know Justin's always got something on his mind. Let's go. I'm going to start it off here, and I'm going to go with Dallas in the NHL, and I'll just put them in here on the money line. I know Stevie B's got the Oilers and the Avalanche in the money line. I hate to tell him that's against what me and Tristan were on this morning, so we got to get away from you there. Anyway, you guys can pick from the NBA, the NFL, whatever you want to do. College basketball, whatever.
Okay.
Okay, I got a pick. I guess I can go next. I'm going to take the over in the Clippers Jazz game.
Okay. Boy, that thing's loud.
Sorry.
Looks like over. No, you're cool. Over 222.5.
Yeah, that's a great number, I think.
Let's hit that number right there. When we got two legs in here. And, oh, goodness. I forgot I had that in there. Plus 217 right now. We got Mike.
Yeah, I'm going to stick in the NBA and stick to the NBA, I guess would be the proper phrasing.
Stick with whatever.
I'm gonna go Nuggets. I'm gonna go Denver money line over the Kings. Kings have rattled off 3 in a row, but it was against New Orleans, Utah, San Antonio.
All right, I like that one.
I'll take Denver.
Okay.
Triple double machines facing off here.
Plus 538, Stevie B parlay.
Sabonis and Jokic.
Dallas money line in the NHL over 222.5. Utah and the Clippers and the Nuggets on the money line. There you go. That's a Stevie B parlay right there. Let's hope that one hits. We're due. I can go against. We already did go against you, my friend, this morning. But it's okay.
You guys are on Vancouver, aren't you?
Yep. Yes, on Vancouver and on Florida.
Okay.
And on Dallas. So we put together
road dogs tonight there.
All right. Ready for it. All right. You know what? It's time for what's on your mind. And I'm going to start this off here. We were talking about the Kyle Tucker trade the other day and what have you. And now I've heard, I've read some news about the Cubs talking about going after Luzardo, Miami, also possibly Castillo from Seattle. What's on my mind is the Chicago Cubs are evidently going after that Central Division, folks, and they ain't kidding around. They're definitely going after it. And being a Cardinal fan, that's a little scary. So that's what's on my mind. The Cubs are getting ready to take over, I guess. And that bums me out. But, also aside what's on my mind, almost something really historic happened in the world of sports, but it didn't happen. It was really close. Missouri beat Kansas when Kansas was number 1, and Illinois lost by 2 points to Tennessee. It would have been the first time ever that Illinois and Missouri had beaten number 1 teams in the same year. But it didn't happen. Illinois didn't come through.
No, those Vols came through, PhD. But boy, Illinois gave them everything they wanted.
Yep, they sure
everything
did.
They wanted.
This free throw at the end, you got to make it.
Yep.
Yeah, that could have put them ahead by 1. All right, who wants to go next? What's on your mind, Justin?
I've got something fresh on my mind right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I don't know if it's this. I don't know if it's we're going to talk about the Chargers. I mean, they're a dumpster fire right now, man. I just don't see this team doing much of anything. I'm starting to wonder if they even make the playoffs. You look at that 5-game stretch we talked about how long ago, and I told you that was going to be a stretch that's going to tell us what the Chargers really are. They lucked out and beat Cincinnati to begin that 5-game stretch. Cincinnati missed 2 field goals, wanted no part of it. They lucked out. Atlanta, they beat Atlanta. Kirk Cousins throws 4 interceptions, and you only win by 4 points. you're lucky you beat them. So of those 5 games, they won 2 of the 5. They lost to Kansas City. They lost to Baltimore. And they just got blown out by Tampa Bay. And I'm here to say the Chargers are in a lot of trouble right now. They play Denver Thursday night, short week. Don't be surprised if Denver knocks them off this week and puts them in a desperation spot in the final 2 weeks. And they could miss the playoffs. Now, on the flip side, Tampa Bay, give Tampa Bay some damn credit, boys. They show up and they play some big games, man. Remember, they were the only team that knocked off Detroit. They also beat Philadelphia. Don't forget that. They've knocked off Detroit and Philadelphia this season.
Okay.
Don't sleep on Tampa Bay.
That's what's on Mike's mind. Now,
and
Justin,
Mike Evans.
What's on your mind?
Well, I don't have any other topic on my mind, unfortunately. Yes, I'm also, what's on my mind is the Chargers. I'm disappointed to say the least. Like I said, there's no receivers on this team. There's been massive improvement, don't get me wrong. I like what the defense has been doing. I like the offensive line's been good. But other than that, I just don't like what we went into the season with. I feel like if we had some more receivers and we had some more reliable running backs, we probably could have made a deeper playoff run. I think our upside, we only are able to win maybe 1 playoff game at best, at the very, very. I don't think we can beat the Chiefs. I don't think we can beat the Bills. I don't think we can beat the Steelers, and I don't think we can beat the Ravens. I think we could beat the Texans if we do play them in the playoffs. And if we beat them, it'll prove that, hey, okay, what we got right now is way better than anything Brandon Staley did, because he couldn't win a playoff game with his team and had more talent. But, yeah, Chargers, big, bad loss for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, it was a bad loss. No two ways about it. But in response to the two of you, just remember one thing. The Kansas City game, the ball hit the left upright and bounced in. That usually doesn't happen, okay?
And a kicker usually doesn't miss 2 field goals. A kicker usually doesn't miss 2 field goals in this. And how what was that, like 3 minutes apart? Cincinnati's kicker missed 2 field goals.
Who cares about that? The Chargers.
You got lucky you won that one.
The Chargers are a better team than the Bengals. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. The Kansas City game, if that ball kicks out like most of them do, they're 3-2 during the stretch. And you're not whining about yesterday's game. But now you guys are. It's funny.
You're willing to point out a situation where that should have went their way. Well, guess what shouldn't have went their way? McPherson shouldn't have missed 2 damn field goals. Atlanta, Cousins shouldn't have thrown 4 interceptions. You only win by 4 points. Come on, man. They got lucky.
Whoa. Chargers secondary is god darn good. So get off of that.
Are they?
Cousins 44 interceptions.
Yeah, tell that to Baker. Tell that to Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans, who just lit you up.
Okay, so what, man? Dude, they've got a lot of injuries, too. A lot of injuries. You know what? I'll give them credit for being where they're at. You didn't think they'd be right here right now, Mike. Neither one of you did. And still, that you watch that draft choice of Alt at number 1 is going to be long-term one of the greatest picks that they've made in years.
Oh, yeah.
Baltimore, Green Bay. I
don't know where you're getting. I don't know why you're high on. Look, Green Bay's good. Green Bay ain't going and winning in Philadelphia. I don't think that's happening for 1 second.
No, I don't.
Forget about Detroit. I mean, to me, Philadelphia is the team to look at right now. And for me, Yeah, I've been saying that for weeks, that Philadelphia will be legit. They will be here at the end. So I don't think so. I don't think Green Bay's gonna be much of a problem for Philadelphia.
Go ahead, Justin. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I've been disagreeing with PhD on that the whole time. People get it twisted. People think I hate the Packers. I want to see them. I actually am rooting for them as far as it goes for the team. The team I do want to see succeed, but despite that, I don't think.
I mean, that right there is even more reason Green Bay ain't doing it again this year. Revenge, baby. Philadelphia's got that on there. They know that. And Philadelphia's twice the team they were last year. Philadelphia wasn't that good last year, really. They were nothing like they are this year. By the way, Philadelphia didn't have Barkley last year. Saquon Barkley was not in the Philadelphia Eagles organization, not playing running back. This team's way different than they were last year. Throw that out the window. That's irrelevant. That means nothing to me. I think Philadelphia smokes them, in all honesty.
All right. So finally here, and let's get to this, because this is important. Tomorrow night is the final of the NBA Cup. What's up, Alex Monahan? How are you doing, buddy?
What is
up, my guy? I'm thrilled to have you on here, man. Literally.
Yeah, that's great.
The legend is here. The legend. We're sitting here BSing now. We just got some fire bets out tonight.
The god OddsJam is here.
That's right.
All right, go. What you were saying, Mike?
What was I saying? About what?
What we were just talking about. We were talking about Green Bay. We were talking about Philadelphia. But I was talking about the NBA Cup.
Oh, it doesn't excite me other than it's some games to bet on. Can I pay you to be Santa?
Well, hold on, Alex. Have you seen the picture? Have you seen the picture? There I am, right there with Mrs. Claus, my wife. There I am. How'd I do?
Yeah, you're definitely Santa material. That's Santa if I ever saw him. Just looking right now, guys, there's just a lot of NBA plays popping up right now. We got 6 games.
She's out of my league. Are you kidding me? She robbed the cradle. Thanks for jumping in, Alex. We appreciate that very much so. You should actually just come on the show sometime and just talk sports with us and BS with us. Tell us how great you are.
For sure. That'd be awesome.
Tons of plays out here. Tons of plays. Look at all these win probability of 55, 57, 58%. Unreal right now, all these plays. And we're at like 10%, 8% edge on most of these. I mean, there's so many plays out here right now. I'm going to fade Kobe White tonight against PhD's Raptors. I'm taking him under on a PRA.
Yeah,
I'm taking him under. I got 3 options to take that at. BetMGM.
Hey, by the way, since the boss is in here, let's start your 7-day free trial, folks. OddsJam.com/subscribe. Use this code Bob20 to get 20% off. Do it today. All right? Let's do it. Links below in the description of this video.
You should. If you're not using OddsJam in any way, shape, or form, you're missing the boat, because a lot of plays that you see here, that's where we're getting them from. We're getting them right here from the Positive EV page on OddsJam. I'm hitting this one, though.
And if you're not going to Fliff, if you're not using Fliff right now, for those who can use it,
okay,
you got it. I know, Justin, you can't, but you got to get in there, folks.
Well, this is on BetMGM, so sorry, Bob, I'm not betting this one on Fliff.
No, I'm just saying in general. Fliff plays are, Mike, you just don't know, man. They're outstanding right now.
What do you mean I don't know, bro? I was using Fliff before you, man. You get on this kick where you start using something and you act like you invented it.
I don't know what coffee Alex drinks. I have no idea.
All right, Aaron Gordon over 5.5 rebounds. You want Fliff, Bob? You want a Fliff play? Here you go, brother. Minus 110 on Fliff or FanDuel. Go hit it right now.
Okay. Let's do it.
Go hit it right now on Fliff.
I'm going to do it right now.
You better. You just complaining about Fliff plays.
I'm not complaining. I'm trying to tell people that there's a lot of value out there in the NBA right now, okay?
We know that. We know that. We're seeing that.
The over the weekend on Saturday morning and Sunday morning coffee, we hit some Fliff plays, buddy. Aaron Gordon over rebounds, right?
Yeah, over 5.5.
Yeah, that's what's there at minus 110. We'll hit that.
Yeah, I like
it. And there is live betting there. Bet that baby live.
Well, not really the game live, but
no,
yes.
Not the game live.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a ton of plays out in the NBA already. I got plenty in the NFL in these 2 games. All kinds of plays. DeSumo over 14.5 points, plus odds on that. No other book is even offering plus odds. Matter of fact, most books are favoring this side. I mean, no brainer here, going back to BetMGM and hitting this at plus 100. We will take that. And again, win probability about 53%. Gotta love that. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but I'm telling you, these plays, man, that are 50% and above, they're nice. They're nice. They come through.
Oh yeah, that's why my bankroll got so high when I started focusing on probability.
Yeah. Stuart Skinner under 27.5 saves. We got some NHL action right here. Any thoughts on that?
Oh, let's go with it.
I like it.
Yeah,
it's a player saves prop. Let's do it. They don't pop up very often.
No, and that's a market I've done pretty well with, the player saves, and obviously shots on goal are a great one as well. But yeah, Hard Rock's got that at minus 115. You can see here pretty juiced on a lot of other books. So we're definitely going to roll with that.
All right.
And that'll do it. We'll hit that one. And then
well, here's what I'm going to do. Let me just share my screen because Alex really influenced me with going after these Fliff plays, Mike, because he's been doing them like crazy on X. I just went ahead and just put Fliff as my sports book, put a market width of 42, and put player props in here. Look at all of these player props in the NBA, folks. There are NFL player props there too. They're on fire. They are on fire, and there's a ton of 50% probability or better. That's what I'm talking about. There's some money to be made there right now. Put them together in a parlay like Alex does. Great idea. All right. We got nothing else for this show. We're going to get out of here. We thank you all for joining us. Appreciate it. Let's make some money tonight. What do you say?
I say yes to that.
There you go. Santa Claus is coming to town. Everybody, hey, over the weekend, my coffee show, they love the Santa stuff, man. So you know what? If you don't like it, yes. Come on the coffee show again sometime. We'll see you later, folks.